Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Sam Kwak here, one of the Kwak Brothers, and welcome back to your next stimulus check news. This is August 20th, 2020, Thursday. Welcome back to your next stimulus check news. All right, so the Republicans have released a new stimulus proposal yesterday totaling $500 billion. We're going to go unpack those and explain what those are and what's not on the bill. But first, let's go and talk about what's happening with the post office drama and how that's relating to a possible vote coming this Saturday. So, with the post office drama, the Postmaster General has scaled and stopped the cutbacks on the operational expenses as well as the expenditures, which the Democratic leaders are now saying, hey, that's great, but the damage has already been done. We still need to pass the Delivering for America Act, which is $25 billion to the post office, which $3 billion of that will go towards the election mail-in ballot. So with that being said, we may see a possible stimulus package being passed this Saturday along with the Delivering for America Act if it ever gets passed. So Congress is reconvening this weekend, so we may see some sort of stimulus package being passed. We don't know. So another reason why you should definitely subscribe if you guys want to stay tuned and stay updated as to the latest stimulus packages being passed. Now, in another update, the Democratic lawmakers are now putting pressure on their own leaders to pass some sort of partial stimulus package, which means that if they agree on something like the $1,200 direct payment, post office funding, or the unemployment checks, they want to get it passed so that they can help out as many people as possible right now. And I've been saying this from the start of our series covering stimulus packages, that if they agree on any of the items, they should get it out of the way, pass it, and then move on. So if you guys agree with that, go and smash the like button, help us out with our YouTube algorithm. If you guys agree that if they agree on something, both the Democrats and Republicans agree on an item, that if they should pass it, then definitely go and smash the like button. Show the world that we have some common sense. So with all that to say, with Congress reconvening this Saturday to possibly vote for the Delivering for America Act, and some of the Democratic lawmakers want to pass a partial bill, we actually may see a partial stimulus package being passed this weekend. So we definitely have to stay tuned to see what happens this Saturday, and I'll keep you guys updated as to what's happening. In another update, if you guys been collecting the unemployment bonus of $600 a week or now the $300 a week, your unemployment benefit may be treated as taxable income, meaning these unemployment checks that you've been receiving could be taxed next year. So I highly encourage you guys to go talk to your CPAs or your earned agent as to figuring out how to mitigate some of those taxable losses that you may be experiencing next year. So go talk to your professionals. All right, back to our stimulus package news. So again, Republicans have submitted a proposal yesterday totaling $500 billion. Inside of the stimulus proposal, we're seeing the $300 a week unemployment enhancement till December 27th. Now, this will override President Trump's memorandum and essentially will take over till December 27th. $105 billion for schools. And as we know, schools have reopened and some of them are struggling. So funding for school is always good. $10 billion for post office funding. Again, Delivering for America Act, it says $25 billion. This stimulus package says $10 billion for post office. Paycheck Protection Program. So there's going to be additional funding for Paycheck Protection Program. And what's different this time is that instead of the funding going to all the businesses, this time it would only qualify businesses that have lost 50% or more of their revenue compared to last year. So if there's a restaurant business and they've been making, let's say, $100,000 in 1 year, and they are now only making $50,000 this year, they would qualify for the Paycheck Protection Program, which makes sense, right? Those businesses are in need of the most of the Paycheck Protection Program. And the last item that's on the stimulus package right now is a liability protection, which gives protection for schools, hospitals, and certain businesses from a frivolous lawsuits that may happen from someone that may have gotten COVID-19. So for example, let's say someone walked into a restaurant to eat and a few days later they got tested positive for COVID-19. Well, that person can easily go back and say, hey, this restaurant, they didn't do a good job cleaning and sanitizing, therefore I got COVID-19 from this restaurant. And they'd say they sue the restaurant. Well, with this liability protection, that person has to prove that the restaurant has willingly and intently caused negligence to where now this person has COVID-19. So obviously it creates additional layers to where individuals who are suing some of these institutions have to prove even more with evidence as to how they've been harmed through this pandemic. So that's the liability protection in a nutshell. I won't go into the details, but to give you guys a simple breakdown. So that's pretty much all the update for the stimulus package. Now, what's not in the stimulus right now is the $1,200 direct payment. I know you guys been waiting for this. You guys been waiting and asking about the updates on the $1,200. But with this new stimulus proposal, there's no mention of the $1,200 direct payment. But it is likely, and it's in the realm of possibility, that throughout the debates as well as convening this Saturday, they may reintroduce the $1,200 direct payment into the stimulus package, bringing the $500 billion tally mark back up to $1 trillion, which is pretty much the same thing that the Republican senators had proposed a few weeks back. So that may happen. Again, we have to watch out for what happens this Saturday because Congress is reconvening. They're meeting again. They're back in session to talk about the Delivering for America Act, but we would love to see a stimulus package being passed or some sort of result is adopted this weekend. So all in all, stay tuned for more updates. And also, before you go, I do want to mention that next Thursday, a week from now, at 7 p.m. Central Time, August 27th, we're going to go live to celebrate our 100,000 subscriber mark, and we're going to do a celebration where we're going to do Q&A. We're going to answer some questions that you may have about stimulus packages, housing market, real estate investing, and paying down your mortgage. And the best part is we're giving away 3 $100 Amazon gift cards to lucky winners for a raffle prize, as well as signed copy of our book and a mug from us, the Kwak Brothers. So definitely come next week. It's a free event, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, right here on our YouTube channel. We're going to go live to answer questions and have a lot of fun. So with that being said, subscribe, stay tuned, and we'll come back tomorrow to give you guys additional updates.